Welcome to Broadway Over Wine. My name is Stefan Zarnecki.
And I'm Reed Arthur, reporting from my bedroom.
So nice to see you again so soon, Reed.
I know. Why are you avoiding me?
Yeah, right. I see you most days, but we don't always get to really talk because you're breezing through chapters. We've been over.
Hey,
It's the place to be. Are you in the mood? Are you in the mood for some Broadway news?
Extra, read all about it.
Yes, sir. Okay. We have a new Jason Robert Brown musical. We've talked about it a little bit, but not really that much. It's called The Connector. And that has been running off Broadway, and it just received another extension. So for those of you who I think we did talk about this, but in passing, this is starring Scott Bakula. Do you know who Scott Bakula is?
Count Dracula's cousin.
Scott Scotula, Count Scotula. Anyway, Count Chocula. He was in a very famous show back in like the 90s called Quantum Leap. And then he was on a Star Trek show as well, which I didn't watch, but I've heard it was good.
But a lot of people like Star Trek. It's a big franchise.
Yeah, he's a song and dance man. But Jason Robert Brown, of course, wrote Parade.
Mm-hmm.
And
Honeymoon in Vegas, I think, was his last project.
Is that right?
Maybe not the last project. That was a while ago.
So the book is done by Jonathan Mark Sherman. Is it Ben Levi Rice? Where's this guy's? Shit.
Bridges of Madison County is also Jason Robert Brown.
That's right. Yeah, those are, I think, the Ben Levi Ross. So Ben Levi Ross was a very popular Evan Hansen. But I didn't realize until this news came across my feed, Daisy Prince is directing, as in Hal's daughter.
Daisy Prince, Hal Prince's daughter.
Yeah, we'll be directing. So for those fans of
Nepo baby,
Jason Robert Brown and Daisy Prince, keep an eye out for that. Will it be heading to Broadway? I don't know, but it's got another extension at the MCC Theater off Broadway. We shall see what happens.
Okay. Off
Broadway. Kristin Chenoweth.
Oh.
She is set to open that new Stephen Schwartz musical called The Queen of Versailles. Have we talked about this at all?
I think we may have, because I'm not shocked by a Stephen Schwartz new project.
Mm-hmm.
But, Stephen Schwartz and Kristin Chenoweth is like music to my ears.
Literally. So it's going to have a 5-week engagement in Boston at the Emerson Colonial Theater. And those previews will start July 16th and go through August 18th.
Do you know what's crazy to me? I'm going to say something crazy.
Get crazy.
I don't think Kristin Chenoweth means anything to the mainstream. Like, I think she means very little to the mainstream, and that makes me want to publicly shame the mainstream.
Well,
why has she not
superstar.
become like yes, on Broadway she's a goddess.
Yeah.
And she has, I just don't understand why there hasn't been a big Kristin Chenoweth project, like a TV show. Like, I know she was in Pushing Daisies, and that's like sort of a cult show that people love. I know that she has done some movie work, but like...
Yeah, like, I know she hasn't had a massive mainstream hit.
No!
She is Glinda, but that's... I mean, and Wicked is like borderline mainstream, but not really, yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, the closest I think she gets is, like, Glee.
Yeah, and that's still for theater nerds.
All of the guests, except for maybe, like, Gwyneth Paltrow and that, is just, like, for the nerds.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow does a great job on the Glee episodes.
So much. Oh, there's some great performances on Glee. That's a whole other podcast.
I think she won an Emmy for her guest appearances on Glee.
Oh. Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah, are you gooped?
Gwyneth goes skiing? So joining her, F. Murray Abraham as David Siegel. Let's see, we've got
Abraham F. Murray from White Lotus?
F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham, not Abraham F. Murray.
And then Melody Boutiou as Sophia Flores, and Kimberly Akimbo's Nina White. She was quite enchanting at Kimberly.
What about Nina Flowers?
Akimbo. Should I know Nina Flowers?
Drag Race Season 1. All-Star Season 1.
Sorry, somebody out there is appreciating that.
Someone does, yeah.
And this is being directed by none other than Michael Arden, who we love. It's well documented.
We love and adore, and we're going to be talking about on our next episode a lot.
Yes, we are. Yes, Hunchback. Okay.
Oh, should we do a Spring Awakening episode right after Hunchback?
Disney's going to go on forever. The Disney... Spring Awakening is not Disney.
They're going to be so over it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, people. Okay.
We're completionists.
We've got a new Sarah Bareilles musical. I don't think we've talked about this. Sarah Bareilles, let me pull this article up. Sarah Bareilles is teaming up with Sarah Rule to do an adaptation of a stage musical of a book called The Interestings.
Ooh, Sarah, those are two very talented Sarahs.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sarah Rule is like a really incredible playwright.
Yeah. I don't know.
People love Sarah Rule.
So the author of The Interestings is Wolitzer. Meg Wolitzer or Wolitzer's?
Wolitzer.
I'm going to say it's Wolitzer. Wolitzer's book centers on 6 teenagers who meet at summer camp in the 1970s and form a lifelong bond over dreams of leading creative, inspiring lives. Decades later, all 6 are living in New York City, navigating their professional and personal lives as they grow together and apart. So,
sounds a lot like Merrily We Roll Along.
It does sound a little bit like Merrily, but sign me up. Sign me up, Sarah. And Sarah.
Merrily, bursting with dreams.
A little West End news. Cara Delevingne will be making her stage debut in what show, Reed?
I'm gonna say Cabaret.
You are correct.
Yeah, why does that not shock me?
Yeah. Alt girl. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. Luke Treadaway is joining her as the MC. I don't know who that is, but that's the news. That's the news from the West End.
Has a lesbian ever played Sally Bowles before?
Let me check. No, I don't know. Probably. Hey Siri. No, yeah. Don't talk to me, Siri. Okay. I wonder what Siri would say. Hey Siri, has a lesbian ever played Sally Bowles?
Okay, I found this on the web for Has a Lesbian Ever Played Sally Bowles. Check
well,
it out.
At least she went straight to the source. She said,
yeah.
I don't fucking know. Google it, bitch.
Here's what I found. Do with it what you will. All right. So, PBS's great performances. They announced what's coming. I mean, you love great performances, right?
Yeah. Who doesn't love great performances?
PBS.
Are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Have they been doing that?
Yeah, it still comes out, but I got to figure out how to get into my PBS account to watch this shit. So there's good stuff. Elton John and Bernie. So these are some of the things being shown. Elton John and Bernie Taupin, the Library of Congress Gershwin Prize for Popular Song. That is coming. Great performances. Hamlet, featuring Tony Award nominee Otto Blankson Wood in the title role. A bunch of other people in it who I don't know who they are. But we're getting great performances. Audra McDonald at the London Palladium. We are getting this. We talked about this, I know. The Rodgers and Hammerstein 80th anniversary celebration. That was earlier this year, and we talked about it. So who are these? We've got Michael Ball, Maria Friedman, Daniel Day Kim, Audra, Julian Ovenden, Aaron Tveit, Marisha Wallace, Patrick Wilson, our Lord, and more. So check out these great performances. That one isn't coming. That's May 31st. That is probably my target. I'm looking forward to seeing. So,
Great performances by PBS.
PBS. Okay. This one is for the Spider-Man fans out there.
Is it Turn Off the Dark Part 2?
No, it's not. It is Tom Holland.
Romeo and Juliet. I already know.
Yeah, you knew already.
I'm gonna be upset watching him across from anyone other than Zendaya.
Well, I don't know if Juliet has been announced. Maybe.
Gosh, could you imagine?
Oh my gosh! Talk about a hot ticket.
I know that it would immediately become the biggest. Like, can't get that ticket. Can't get that ticket.
Impossible. But forget about
Tom Holland as Romeo is going to be the most doughy-eyed, like lovey-dovey.
Perfect.
Oh, he's gonna be great.
So pretty and dumb.
Yeah. I might have to go out to London to see it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't know if I don't think we've talked about this. There's a Merrily We Roll Along movie coming.
Yes.
Okay, I think we did.
Do you know the concept? It's crazy.
Talk to me, Goose.
So they started filming it now. They're filming over the span of time the musical takes place. So it's Ben Platt, it's Beanie Feldstein, and I'm so sorry, I am missing the third person.
Groff Sauce?
Is it Jonathan Groff?
Oh, well, Mallory Bechtel is going to be in it. Yeah, it's Paul Mescal, Ben Platt, and Beanie Feldstein is who I have on
Paul
my notes.
Mescal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, do you know that movie Boyhood?
Yeah.
I think it's the concept is like that, where it's gonna be a project that takes, multiple years to finish.
That's
like
crazy.
Maybe a decade, right? Because it's a 10-year time span.
I think so. They could just use aging makeup, but yeah.
But I think they just started filming, so they're filming because it's funny because the play takes place in non-chronological order, so it starts at the end of their relationships as it's fizzling apart, and then it like goes backwards in time and traces like how they all became friends in the first place when they were all like doughy-eyed, full of optimism. And so it's funny they're just filming in chronological order. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Okay. And so Mallory Bechtel who was just announced. She's from Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin. I don't know. She seems familiar. I wonder if she was in Dear Evan Hansen. I feel like that name is familiar, but I could be wrong. One thing I forgot to mention is that the Tom Holland Romeo and Juliet is being directed by Jamie Lloyd, the guy who's doing the crazy take on Sunset Boulevard that is, transferring, and everybody was eating it up over in London.
Wait, Romeo and Juliet is?
Yeah, same director.
Oh, that makes me even more excited.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Maybe Tom Holland will end up in his underwear at the end as a creative choice.
One can hope. Well, we'll put that order in for you, Reed.
Thank you.
So that is what we have for Broadway news this week. I know. That's what I got for you.
Crazy sauce, crazy.
I know.
That was some good news, honestly.
Some good stuff.
If Tom Holland is involved, Merrily We Roll Along.
I only give you the good stuff, Reed. There's other stuff that's happening, but I give you the good stuff.
And thank goodness no one died this week.
True. That we care about.
Especially like a big Broadway legend.
Yeah, like Cheetah. R.I.P. Cheetah. Reed, next time we record will be Broadway news, and then after that will be Grunge back.
Grunge back. Of Notre Grunge.
Out there.
Full of
Strolling
shine
by
and full
the
of
sand.
sparkle. That's a different song.
Well. All right, Reed. Have a fine evening. Sell that wine tomorrow, and we'll see you soon.
If I were a rich man,
ducks and chickens and geese and livers and
I wouldn't have to work hard.
and the cheese, Tevye. All right, enough of that. Night night.
Goodbye.